Testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, testing. Hope people can hear me. We're about ready to get started. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Testing, testing. Hope people can hear me. Okay, everybody, we're getting ready to get started. I was just looking at my other computer because sometimes I just have to see how things are formatting. So once again, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Pastor Brian L. Kinney. And today we're going to be talking about the exciting business of network marketing. Now, just for those of you who don't know who I am, I've been in business pretty much my entire life. In fact, the last time I worked for anyone other than myself was in 1980. And prior to that, I never worked more than 6 months for anyone. And I've had a large amount of experience with all types of businesses. I've owned a Realty World franchise. I've had a Tax Smart America franchise. I ran a property management company. I've been involved in internet marketing launches. I was a part of the formation of a network marketing company called the Fan Club International. Um, Folks, I pretty much have been um, through it all. But today, I want to talk about the blooming network marketing industry because I believe that the network marketing industry is on the precipice of going into a phase of growth that is unprecedented in its history. In network marketing has been around for about 50 plus years. Started had its real start around the late 50s, and since then it has literally produced um, many say more millionaires than any other type of business out there. I've tried to verify this. It's not 100% that you can verify this information, but I can tell you with a certainty many, and I mean many, many people have achieved financial success through this particular business model. So I'm going to fire up my PowerPoint presentation and we're going to go ahead and get started. So just give me a minute. Okay, we're about ready to start. If you are not already a believer in the network marketing business model, I promise you before this presentation is finished, I'm going to make you a believer. And I'm going to show you that you can literally retire, and I mean quickly, with a serious lifetime residual income. I'm talking of between $250,000 or more per year. But folks, we have just got to stop the insanity of doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Every single one of us are facing the same problems. And many of us are finding ourselves with too much month left at the end of the paycheck. I mean, when you're dealing with taxes and bills, folks, I don't care how much money you're making, it's rough out there. And it can be very frustrating trying to figure out a way out of this financial trap that seems to have all of us buried. And tonight I'm going to talk about the solution because there is a solution. And folks, that solution is the network marketing business model. Maybe you heard of this gentleman. His name is Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he made this statement. He said the richest leaders in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work. And if you haven't heard of him, I'm sure you heard of Donald Trump. You know, Donald Trump was being interviewed on the David Letterman show, and Dave Letterman asked him what he would do if he lost everything and had to start from scratch. Well, without hesitating, Donald Trump said that he would find a good network marketing company and get to work. Well, the audience started to hoot and boo him, but he looked out the audience and deadpanned his response, and he said, "That's why I'm sitting up here and you're sitting out there." You know, unlike most business models, the network marketing business thrives in a bad economy. I don't know if you've heard this gentleman named Rod Cooke. He's a consultant, and he wrote in 2013, he said this: in good economic times, people are less interested in career alternatives, but they can easily afford to buy more consumer products. In bad times, they crave new business opportunities. Today, we could soon be facing global recession and tremendous worldwide opportunities for you. That's one of the reasons why you're here at the perfect time. Because even though you hear a lot of people talking about our economy has been improving, folks, the jobs have not been improving. In fact, this is an article from the Examiner, and it says the February jobs report released by the Bureau of Labor Statistics on March 6, 2015, just a few days ago, was great for headlines. 295,000 jobs created. excuse, excuse me. The unemployment rate lowered to 5.5%. But beneath the headlines of economic growth was another headline that remained hidden. The long-term unemployment rate remains stagnant with 2.7 million Americans still unemployed. Folks, we are having an employment crisis. Louis Efron in Forbes magazine wrote, despite the significant decreases in the official U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics unemployment rate, the real unemployment rate is over double that at 12.6%. This number reflects the government's U6 report, which accounts for the full unemployment picture, including those marginally attached to the labor force, plus those employed part-time for economic reasons. Folks, a lot of times when you hear on the news, what they have done to deceive us is they now have broken the unemployment into these different types of reports. The true report that you really want to know about is called the U6 report, and quite frankly, you don't hear that on the news. Robert Lohr from Forbes magazine, he also wrote concerning the network marketing industry. He said, I believe that the entire industry is poised for explosive growth. More and more people are coming to terms with the fact that they probably aren't going to be able to save enough money. See, another problem that we're facing is that even those people who do have a jobs simply do not make enough money. And those who are retiring are finding out that we're retiring without enough money. Quite frankly, the JOB model is not working for the vast majority of Americans, and they need to do something to supplement their incomes. He said another growing reality that could benefit MLM, which is another name for network marketing and related businesses, is the increasing number of baby boomers who are disenchanted with their current careers. You see, a lot of us, I'm a baby boomer, and a lot of us are not happy with all the work that we've been doing all these years, because what we find is that, quite frankly, it's not only not rewarding, but it's not paying enough. And when we retire, there's not enough money to continue living in the manner in which we have grown accustomed. We lose about 35 100% or more of your income upon retirement. So people, especially baby boomers, are looking for a way to supplement their income. He went on to say, combine that concept with eye-opening statistics like AARP's estimate that half of all baby boomers, he said 76 million of them, are interested in starting a business. And the makings of a massive trend is in place. MLM and direct selling programs also offer very low barriers into entrepreneurship, often providing training, support, and ample encouragement along the way. In other words, he is saying that the network marketing industry is ideal for the growing number of baby boomers. According to AARP, millions and millions of baby boomers are going to be entering into the network marketing industry in the days and months to come. And it's for this reason and many others, which I don't have time to go in through tonight, I believe that the network marketing business model is on the verge of a major explosion. So as we move through the coming years, folks, I'm telling you, this is the time. One of the things you want to do is get ahead of trends. Well, in this case, you want to get ahead of a convergence of trends. The economy has been bad for a long time, but there are other trends such as baby boomers. I don't even have time to go into to talk about the effect of the children of baby boomers, which is another huge trend that is affecting our economy. And they too are at that age where they're looking into the network marketing model. So folks, there is just a phenomenal opportunity for you to jump into this business and, quite frankly, change your lifestyle. Now, there are three major principles that you need to understand if you're going to jump into this network marketing industry, or even if you're already involved, and that's leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth. Now, let me explain what I mean by leverage. I define it as smaller effort leveraged into greater effort. In other words, small amount of work or smart amount of effort produces a greater effort. If you take a lever and you put it on a fulcrum, you can lift a heavier weight. Well, that's sort of what leverage means in the network marketing arena. However, what we're referring to, the type of leverage, is other people's efforts. See, you want to be able to make money off the efforts of a lot of people. John Paul Getty made the statement, I would rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people than 100% of my own efforts. So if you can create a scenario where you can start earning a little tiny bit off a lot of people, folks, you're on the path to achieving true financial success. And to accomplish that, this is where the concept of duplication comes in, because if you can create easily duplicatable systems so that people can come and get involved with you and duplicate what you're doing, well, folks, you've just created a scenario where you can have explosive growth because of the final concept that you need to understand: logarithmic growth. Sometimes we call it exponential growth. And this type of growth can create what we call a snowball effect. And what we mean is, yeah, it starts tiny, but as time rolls on, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it takes on a life of its own and it becomes unstoppable. Now, one of the ways of illustrating these principles is with a mathematical model that we call the power of one. Now, I'm not going to go through that full mathematical model. I have an ebook and a video series that I've created that you will be able to take a look at, um, and you'll be able to get it free. There's a button on the bottom of here. All you have to do is click that button and you'll get free access, and we go into detail of this mathematical model. But the model is based upon the assumption that you can go out and find one person every single week. to become a part of your business. And you teach and train them and get them a system that they can duplicate so they can repeat the process so that everybody that you're bringing into your organization is duplicating your efforts. Each person is finding one person per week in this mathematical model. Now, when we go through this mathematical, we show you that by the end of 12 weeks, you would have sponsored 12 leaders because that's what you want. Folks, let me tell you, you don't want the hooters, booers, and non-doers. You want the leaders, and a leader is simply someone who will duplicate what you're doing. And if you could get 12 to do that within 12 weeks, one person a week, well, folks, by the end of that period, you would have had over 4,055 people in your entire organization. And if you carried that model out, okay, you will find that it doubles every week. So that by the end of the 18th month, that's 1.5 years, you would have over 250,000 leaders. Now, imagine that you got just 10 cents off of each and every single one. If you average 10 cents, folks, that would be over $25,000 a month. That's over $250,000 per year. That's a phenomenal amount of money, folks. So it's important. It's important that you keep this model in mind. Now, I got to pause for a second. Give me a minute. I need to pause and check into something. And the reason I need to pause because it looks like your screen is not showing. Okay, we're going to proceed on because you'll be able to, if something is wrong with the screen, you'll be able to watch this in the rebroadcast. So we're going to keep on moving on. So like I was saying, if after 18 months you had 250,000 leaders in your organization, you would be making over $250,000 a year. And folks, it will keep on growing if you built it correctly. This is why it's important that you get a copy of the ebook. We're giving it away free. And before I move on, I just want to let you know we're not going to be giving it away free forever, but for right now, you can get a copy of that ebook and the videos. Now, as I stated before, you don't need everybody to be a part of your organization. In fact, what you need are leaders. You don't need hooters, booers, or non-doers. And folks, you don't want everybody to jump into this business because, be quite frank, you do want to have somebody who will polish your shoes and carry your bags and drive you around in taxi cabs and check you out the stands and clean your houses. And quite frankly, we don't want or need everyone in the network marketing industry. And I don't mean to insult anyone. It's just a fact. This is for people who have a vision and who are willing to get out there and work. And the only issue that we have had in the network marketing business is how to find that one key person. You know, I can tell you now that bugging your family and friends is really not the way to go. I mean, this is what we've been taught over the years, but just because someone is a family member or a friend, quite frankly, doesn't make them qualified or interested in what you have to offer. And what you want to find is not your family and friends. You want to find someone who is qualified and who is interested. And quite frankly, I can tell you, you're not going to find them easily, okay, going through the old method of just being frustrated by contacting people and getting rejected hundreds and hundreds of times just to get a single yes. And I know you've been taught this, and I've been taught this, that it's a numbers game. If you can get 100 no's, then you can get a few yeses and you can make your business. There is the understanding that just a few people will build it, but who wants to go through that frustration? You know, the network marketing business model has been around over 50 years, and only 5% of the people ever really achieve success. And one of the reasons is because most people just can't handle being rejected over and over and over and over again. They don't like bugging their family and friends. So if you want to increase your chances of being successful, you got to figure out a way how to find that one without going through those changes of bugging your family and friends. And folks, recent changes has made the has made this possible through what we call social media. Now, you've probably been hearing them talking about how great the social media marketing it is, and you've probably tried it, and many of you probably have not been successful at it. And there are a lot of reasons for this, but I can tell you now that right now, out of all the various social media marketing methods out there, the biggest one, the number one that you need to be involved with is Facebook. And the reason you need to be involved in Facebook is because Facebook has right now over 1.3 billion people. And I mean 1.35 billion people have Facebook accounts. And this number is growing. Last year it was 1.2 and now it's 1.35 and it's constantly growing. And folks, it's not going to stop. It's going to continue to grow. For years, Facebook has been gathering data, vital statistics, birth dates, ages, income, likes, dislikes, and tons of other data. And you know what they're doing right now? They're taking this database, which is the biggest and most accurate in the world, and they are making it so that you and I can tap into it and build our own database base or our own list. You see, I know you've heard the term, the money is in the list. And we're going to pause again. I just wanted to make sure that I was still broadcasting because it looks as if the screens on the other computers are not moving. I don't know if that's happening with you. Okay. All right. It's not happening on every computer, but it's happening on some of them. So we're going to go back to broadcasting. Okay. I'm back to my PowerPoint. And as I stated, Facebook is allowing you to tap into their database in order to build your own list. Now, there's a right way to tap into this database, and there's a wrong way to do it. Now, the wrong way is to try to promote your network marketing company or companies. I mean, I'm going to tell you now, Facebook doesn't like network marketing companies. Most network marketing companies do not really want you to promote their name through Facebook or other social media. There's limitations. Okay, so there's just a lot of restrictions to you trying to promote a network marketing business through Facebook if you are trying to do it directly, because that's the wrong way. The right way is to use Facebook, one, to build your list. I know you've heard that the money is in the list, and you want to use Facebook to build your list and then use your list to build your network marketing business. You also want to use Facebook as an educational system. In other words, you want to reach out to people and say, I want to educate you, I want to teach you, I want to train you, I want to give you information, because Facebook is content driven. People come to Facebook for a number of reasons. One of them is they want to know stuff. They come because they want to be entertained. They come because they want to socialize and be with their friends. So if you're out there just selling, 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 they're going to tune you out. But if you're giving them something of value that they're interested in, then people are going to gravitate to you. And that's what you want when you are utilizing Facebook. Frankly, if you're using any type of social media. Another thing that you want to do with Facebook is you want to brand yourself. You don't want to brand your company. Now, I have to tell you, my favorite company is always talking about the company brand, the company brand, the company brand. And I understand that it is right for them, but I am a business owner. I'm here to brand me. If that company goes out of business, I want my people to know me. If I decide to switch into a different company, I want my people to know me. I want to get people to know me, like me, and trust me. And you want to get people to know you, like you, and trust you, so that it doesn't matter what happens with the company that you are marketing. It doesn't matter if they go out of business or if you switch. The people know you and like you and trust you. And so when you start explaining the problems, they'll listen. And you got to share with people. You've got to tell them what's going on, because they're going to look to you as the leader. Now, if you're going to build through Facebook, there are three resources that you absolutely just must have. So let's look at some of these resources that you need to have, these three resources. The first is a Facebook app called 22 Social, and you need the pro version. This app will give you the ability to work within the Facebook environment. See, Facebook rewards you when you work within their environment, and they kind of penalize you a little bit when you work outside of their environment. So if you bring people in, like some people advocate, and then take them away from Facebook, Facebook doesn't really like that. But if you keep them within that Facebook environment, and there's over 1.35 billion people already familiar, they understand it, it's clear to them, they don't have to be re-educated. Well, this is what this app will allow you to do. Plus, it's just darn easy to use. Some of these apps out there are so complicated, you have to be a rocket science to be able to use them. It is feature rich. I mean, you're not going to find an app that allows you to do as much as this one. Folks, not only could you build your network marketing business, you can start membership programs, you can start another social media marketing business and go out and market to the local business community. You can use this app to, like I said, build your list, to create what Facebook calls custom audiences. You really need to go into, get a copy of the free ebook. It's at the bottom that you can click and get for free. And you need to watch those videos as well, because we go through this very detailed as to how you can use this app to really take advantage of the power of Facebook. Plus, this company provides top-notch training and customer service. You'll love it. You're going to want to use this app to build your network marketing business. In fact, you want to use it to build any business that you want to deal with on the that you want to build through social media, especially Facebook. Now, they do have a free version, but unfortunately, the free version is very good, but it's not adequate if you want to really build your business. You need the pro version. Now, there's a Pro Plus version, which I happen to have. It's $67 a month. You do not need it to build your network marketing business. However, if you wanted to go out and market to local businesses, you might want to consider it. But as far as building your network marketing, the pro version is more than adequate for $22 a month. Now, I have to tell you, I am an advocate. If I can find a tool that I really need, that's really beautiful like this one, and it can pay me a commission, so much the better. Unfortunately, this one does not pay any commissions. However, what they will do is if you refer 3 people who get a pro account and you have a pro account, your pro account will be free. So that's somewhat of a consolation. The next tool that you're going to need is an autoresponder. Now, I'm hoping you already know what an autoresponder is, but briefly, this is a tool that allows you to stay in constant communication with your list. It's sort of a contact management system, and it allows you to send um, correspondence to large numbers of people in bulk, as well as create automatic messages that will go to them. This is one of the most useful tools you can ever have to build any business online. However, for our purposes, you have to have an autoresponder that is compatible with 22 Social. Now, there's a lot of them out there. Aweber is compatible. Get Contact is they have it's compatible. They have a free one. Okay, I don't have them all listed because there's one that I believe everyone should use, and I'm going to explain why. But your most autoresponders are easy to use. You want one that is feature rich, but it's not as necessary to build your business. But I'll tell you, if you can find one that provides top-notch training and customer service, that's the one you want. And that is one of the reasons why I recommend a company called Pure Leverage. Now, not only does Pure Leverage have a feature-rich autoresponder, not only do they have excellent customer service, phenomenal training, it is one of the most powerful autoresponders on the market today, but it is a network marketing company that is very unique in that most network marketing companies try to discourage you from working or being involved in other companies, especially if they are other network marketing companies. So you'll find a lot of people, oh, they just want to do one company, don't want to, because that's what is ingrained in their head. But this company is different. They want to help you promote your network marketing business utilizing their uh, tools because it's a tool that you need. In fact, I've been with this company long before um, they developed or got to the level that they are. I started with them way back in 2001. I was utilizing their web hosting service and their autoresponder to help build my tax business. And they were in Canada at the time. They're now in Texas. This is a great company, folks, and they are unique. Now, the cost for the tools portion is $24.95. So you not only get your autoresponder system, they give you a lead capture system. You can use video, email. They give you an authority block, which is quite phenomenal. And plus a 100-seat online meeting room. Now, I could have used their meeting room to conduct this webinar. And on many levels, it would have been a lot easier. However, I wanted to conduct this webinar through my 22 Social app. Now, when I do a lot of my training, it won't be done through this. It's going to be done through my Pure Leverage meeting room. Now, Pure Leverage also has an optional reseller fee. It's $19.97 a month. The reseller fee allows you to sell and take advantage of their network marketing structure. Okay. So I'm highly recommending that you do both. Now, the total cost is $44.92 a month, and that may seem a little high for some of you, and for some of you, it might not seem like much at all. But this is what they do. I'm not going to go into all of their pay structure because they do pay to unlimited depth, but I just want to talk about the upfront money. Every time someone gets one of these tool packages from you, you get a 100% commission on the first month. So if you get just two people to sign up in your first a month, that's $48 a month. But they also give you 50% every month on every payment. So if you just look at the 50%, all it really takes is just four people. And your service is not just free, folks, you're in profit. So yeah, it may look like a lot, but the truth of the matter is, if you get people to jump into this program, in fact, you could use this as a network marketing business and do nothing else, but I don't recommend it for a number of reasons, which I'll explain as we go through this presentation. But as a tool that gives you the extra added advantage, folks, this is a great product. And if you click the link on the bottom of this page for your Pure Leverage account, you can get your first 30 days for $1. So look below, you'll see a link that says Pure Leverage. If you click that link, you could try it, kick the tires for 30 days for just $1. In fact, you could probably sign up 4 or 5 people before the 30 days is out, in which case then your Pure Leverage account will be for free. The final tool that you're going to need is a primary network marketing company. Now, you may already have a network marketing company that you're sold out for, that you love and you really want to promote it, but I want to suggest to you that you look into a company by the name of Solivay. Now, Solivay stands for Sun in Your Veins, and let me tell you why I recommend that you take a look into this company. One, a lot of companies don't have what I call consumer-based products. A lot do, and a lot don't. The reason that I don't recommend the Pure Leverage account is because it's really not a consumer-based product. Now, the company that owns them does have a consumer-based product, but that's not one of them. And what I mean by that, the autoresponder system, the conference room, and all those are really geared towards internet marketers. It's not geared towards the basic consumer. It's geared toward those who are interested in marketing a product or a service online. It is designed for the network marketers, the real estate agents, the tax offices, the insurance agents, the people who have businesses who want to market online. But Solivay's product is also what we call an essential product. What I mean by that is something everybody needs, everybody wants, and they can't live without. On top of that, people are preconditioned to pay. It's not like you got to go and educate a person as to why they need to pay X amount of dollars per month. People are already preconditioned to pay when they switch to Solivay. Quite frankly, they're not even really coming out of their pocket with a new expense. Most people are just taking a existing expense that they're spending and transferring it to Solivay. And this is critical for a primary company, and this is also a condition of Pure Leverage. Commissions have to be paid to unlimited depth. I don't care if you get 5 cents, 10 cents, 3 cents, 1 cent, it's got to pay to unlimited depth, or you would not be able to take advantage of the full power of building an organization and taking advantage of leverage, duplication, and logarithmic growth. In fact, that's a dirty little secret. A lot of companies don't pay you because they understand that even though you may look like you're getting these bigger commissions and bigger stuff on the first 5, 6 levels, the truth of the matter, the biggest money is paid on the lower levels, even if it's tiny amounts of money. So you need a company that pays to unlimited depth. Now, what does Solivay market? Well, they market unlimited voice, text, and talk data, a voice, text, talk, and data mobile services. And they have a method of allowing you to get your unlimited voice, text, talk, and data for free. And that's what makes this a great product, because everybody has a mobile phone and everybody needs to be able to have service. And they allow you and to get your service on the fastest 4G uh, network, LTE network in America. So um, folks, you really want to look into using SolarBay as your phone service, but you really need to look into it as using it as your primary network marketing business. Now, we're not going to go into any details on SolarBay here. There's a button that you can click and you'll hear a presentation from the CEO of the company. SolarBay is just a phenomenal company that you want to be involved with. And we're going to talk more about this in future webinars that we're going to be doing on the training level. So that pretty much concludes this presentation. We wanted to let you know where the network marketing industry was today. We wanted to give you some feedback on how you could go about and build a network marketing business, folks, without bugging your family and friends, without going through the frustration of um, getting no after no after no just to get a yes. Now, this is sort of a skeleton overview. You can get a much more detailed overview of everything that we discussed by clicking the button below and getting your free copy of the $1,000,000 Blueprint. Now, right now, we're giving it away free because we're going to be redoing it. We have discovered there's a few errors in it. We have discovered that uh, it doesn't flow the way that we want, but the content is there. It explains everything. It lays it out. And if you take the time to go through it and really look at those videos, folks, you're going to discover that you can make a lot of money in network marketing. You can do it without bugging your family. You don't have to be out there chasing people down. You're going to be able to use Facebook. And then as we begin to go into our training, which will probably start probably end of March, beginning of April, we'll be getting our training. So you do want to make sure you're on our mailing list. So if you're here, you're on our mailing list, um, and we'll keep you informed. The training won't be done in this format. It will be done in our Pure Leverage conference room, and you'll see how that works. The drawback of the Pure Leverage conference room is that it doesn't work on mobile devices, whereas this does. So, folks, I appreciate you for taking the time to be a part of our um, presentation, and looking forward to speaking with you again. So, bye-bye, everybody.